What's going on, Thunder fans? OKC takes game 4. We are going home up 3-1 in the series. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we watch for, dude. This is it right here. What a finish. Talk about stressful, dude. I mean, oh my goodness. If you guys were watching that game, you know exactly what we were talking about. But oh man, guys, it doesn't get better than this feeling right here, pulling this one off. I mean, let's get into it here, guys. Man.
Feels real good. As you could tell, Gabe's shot, I'm shot. Sapir looks good. But I don't think I could feel my arms. But anyway, let's get into some stats here. I mean, 40 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists from the MVP in your home. Oh man, that's tough. 34 and 5 from J-Dub. You kidding me?
Crazy.
21-7 from Chet in his hometown. Also, shout out J-Dub shooting tonight, 6 of 9 from 3.
Dude, he was killing it.
10 from Caruso, 7 from Kaysen. Kaysen's so great, bro. And then 5 big ones from Kenrich and Isaiah. Man.
We just 2 days ago, we just lost a game by 40 plus points, bro. To respond like this on the road is ridiculous, bro. I mean, that is insane. If that doesn't make you feel good about this team, I don't know what will. Like, J-Dub, hats off, bro. I mean, started the game, what, 6 for 6, 7 for – I mean, the guy was on fire.
Yeah, he was cooking.
He came out the gate playing with that aggressiveness that we completely lacked in Game 3. I mean, he came out ready, bro. Thank the Lord for J-Dub's performance. He had so many tough shots tonight. He was killing it in that midi. That's just like, it's such an absurd shot, bro. I feel like we talk about this all the time, but that little stop on a dime off balance pull up midi is disgusting. Like, yeah, he was just so crucial, bro.
Guys, I got to interrupt this. Guess what?
Let's hear it.
Thunder are 1 win away from the NBA Finals since 2016, baby. Let's go, man. I am pumped up. We just had an MVP level performance. Shea took the shots that he needed to take. He took a high volume of shots. We haven't seen that before. 30. I love that, man. I love that from Shea. And this was just a beautiful win overall. I thought the coaching was better. Clearly, Mark learned his lesson on how to control the clock a lot better. I felt we did that this time around, even with a couple of missed free throws here and there, whatever. We executed in the closing minutes. And I think we learned that from the Nuggets series. We got to remember, this is really the whole team, including Mark and, the big three and everyone included. It's really their second run together. And so we learned a lot from the previous series. And this series, we kind of implemented that this game. And so I'm really appreciative to the squad. And they just out-executed at all levels, man, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, talking about the trio, I want to say we officially have a big three. Like, teams say we have a big three, but, they've been inconsistent in the playoffs last year. Young, injured, but they're officially here. Chet is just unreal. His shooting in clutch moments, I mean, he was knocking down threes in the third and fourth quarter.
The shooting
21 ones. Yeah. J-Dub, like Gabe was saying, I mean, looks like a number one option, which is something we haven't seen from him. We know he's one of the better number twos out there, but he's looking like a go-to. I mean, when Shea was out for that early fourth quarter stretch, J-Dub's just everywhere. Defensively, offensively, playmaking.
Yep.
And we just got the defensive tools around him. And then, I guess as I'm speaking of defense, Edwards and Randall combined for 21 points tonight. The same amount of points that Chet had alone.
Yep.
Even in a game where DiVincenzo got hot, Alexander Walker kicked our ass.
He was crazy.
McDaniels was good in the first half.
They all exceeded expectations. Every one of those guys played way better than they are. I mean, and honestly, hats off to one guy I will tip my hat to is DiVincenzo. He's been getting so much hate from the Minnesota fan base. I've seen some crazy things, and he really stepped up tonight. I mean, he hit those corner threes in that last stretch of the game. That was just killing us, dude. If it would have come down to him shooting a game winner, I truly believe he was hitting it. the confidence that he was shooting the ball was scary, like genuinely dangerous. So hats off to him. But dude, I mean, it all goes back to everybody saying we have this lack of experience and we're too young, but the amount of waves that we were hit with in this game and still came out on top in a stadium that is incredibly loud. They are loud, man. They do not stop. They yell, they chant, it doesn't matter if they know it was a foul. They're yelling. They're the most, I don't want to use the word obnoxious and be like out of pocket, but it's crazy. And we all night long, we dealt with, they took down a lot of leads. We dealt with it. We managed to keep them. We locked up Ant and Randall. That's one thing, but then to survive all those other guys playing so much better than they normally do is insane. I mean, that's a game you lose is when those other role players out of nowhere just pop off. And we withstood it. I mean, this team, they are young, but you cannot doubt if they can win when it matters. It can't be doubted. They're capable.
Another thing to show the experience, we led the entire game from the 5:38 mark into the first quarter. And then Minnesota never took a lead again. So we pretty much controlled the whole game. They had their runs. I mean, they weren't going down without a fight at home, not trying to go down 3-1. But
sure,
for a team to have the lead the whole game and keep it, super impressive. Super impressive.
Yeah, I want to jump into that and mention J-Dub and Shea combined for 20 points in the first quarter, which resulted in like that 32-26 lead. And then from there, the most they did was tie it at the halftime. In the third quarter, it ended up tied at 92-92. So we really did a really good job throughout all three of the starting quarters. And then in the fourth quarter, honestly, I was not fazed at all. The way we had played in terms of the momentum up until that point, I knew we were taking this game. The way Shea was playing, when Shea's on his game like this with the other guys, I think they all had, our big three all had 20+ points together. So it's like, I knew we were going to take this back to OKC going into the fourth with the way the game had gone up till that point.
Absolutely.
You gotta honestly, not to be an asshole, but you truthfully have to thank the Denver Nuggets for putting us through this. Like, I'm not trying to shoot shade at them at all. Like, I mean, without that series, I'm not sure if we win this game tonight. And you could show how quickly we've learned.
Yeah,
which is great.
The term battle tested is exactly what that is. I mean,
we're about to have our first NBA Finals appearance since 2012, man.
Well,
my bad, I interrupted you, Gabe.
Pump the brakes. We still got to go win at home. One thing I'd like to see is just get back to our identity a little bit at home. 41 points in the fourth quarter for Minnesota is just not okay. I mean, that was their last hurrah, and we matched it with 38. Luckily, we were up 5 going into the fourth, but 41 points for a team that, I mean, was shooting the ball well, but their 2 stars were not. We got to get back to defense at home, which I think we will.
For sure.
And screw Doris Burke, too.
Man.
Yeah. All my homies hate Doris Burke.
Yeah, she's ridiculous, man.
She's going home crying tonight, though. It's all right.
If there's a chance to bring up the concept of a free throw merchant, she is like foaming at the mouth. Like,
dude, she's worse than a clickbait
like a
hate account. Yeah. No, not even a YouTuber. Like, she's worse than like the Hater Central or NBA Intel, man. She's like clickbaiting for.
What?
I was just gonna say, I can't believe analysts in 2025 are clickbaiting in the middle of a Western Conference game. Like that makes
the greatest thing to me was like a lot of it was Shea, but she's going like, I don't know if that's the right call in like every foul. And Jefferson's like, yeah, that's probably the right call. I played that one day before. Like every time she said something, he was like, nah.
Yeah.
So shout out Richard Jefferson for being a real one, but
doing what he can. I mean,
he's a real one always, man. But even in the end of the game, man, she was like, oh, this is a foul. But like when we would like Shea would absolutely get smacked, she's like, oh, that was a good call. I'm like, dude, all right, this is getting ridiculous.
There was also the moment earlier in the game where she mentioned the free throw merchant thing, and Jefferson was like, if you look at the stats, they say otherwise, and she goes, yeah, I agree. What? Like 10 seconds ago, she dead ass just called him a free throw.
She's praising Mike Conley for absolutely, I don't want to use the word, just fouling the hell out of J-Dub in the post. Like, bro, how about this defense from Mike Conley on Jalen Williams? She says as J-Dub just gets whacked 18 times in foreplay. But anyway, whatever. We got a Minnesota fan saying Jefferson is a clown just because he speaks facts. Sorry for the 3-1 lead. But listen, we've been here before. I know it's been a really long time. And maybe a lot of our fan base doesn't even remember it too correctly. But you got to go get the first one.
Yeah,
I'll explain why. You got to get the one at home because you don't want to go back to Minnesota with them having energy, having confidence, and giving them a chance. Because then pressure's on us if there's a Game 7, and we don't need that. So
and at that point, we got a 2-game win streak as well. I mean, you don't want that ball rolling.
But just go home, get it done like we should. I mean, we absolutely blew them out both times at home.
Yeah,
their role players are not like that on the road. They are the best role players at home. Like the jump from road to home, unbelievable. Like unbelievable. But
Minnesota just elevates when they play us. I don't understand, dude. There is a special kind of hatred between these two franchises. Like they just elevate every time. So. But yeah, I agree. It's a home away thing for sure. It's a big difference when they're away. So just take care of business, man. Just one more, man. One more.
We got.
Oh, good. I was gonna say the thing I'm really happy about is we beat them on a night where they shot 51% from the field, 44% nearly from 3-point. Even with their 2 stars really struggling as a team, they played as well as you can possibly play, and I just don't think they played twice now that they've played pretty good, and I don't think they can keep that up. They're just not that level of a jump shooting team, especially with the home crowd pressure. We've already seen it. I think we have a great chance at closing because I just don't see this continuing in terms of their shooting stretch.
It's gotta, dude. We just gotta take care of it.
Why are we talking about the Pacers in the comments? Oh, that's the Minnesota fan. Whatever. Yeah. Thunder to the moon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah. It's really just playing in the way we play. I mean, we clearly are better, even though tonight I was questioning it for a quick second. But
I mean, we shot really well from the 3-point line tonight too.
Yeah, they shot well, we shot well, and there's a way with they call us inexperienced, but Julius Randle just shuts down if he doesn't have it going early. Mental warfare with him, and to be honest, I didn't see any energy out of Ant all night. Even when he was trying to get it going, he was. I mean, we were all over him. So
I don't remember the exact stat, but Anthony Edwards is not a particularly good player in the clutch. I don't remember the exact percentage that he was.
He's had a rough season in the clutch.
Yeah, so having this game on the road, you lose, you go home. I don't know if they're going to look to him. And if he doesn't show up, it's over. It's absolutely over. And to show up, he's got to drop at least 30. I mean, they're not going to be able to rely on those role players again. So I'm curious to see if he really – everyone talks about Ant as the next face of the league. This is big for his career. If he steps up, this will definitely help us realize that, okay, he's a riser. We have not seen that yet. I don't remember who it was that said it. I believe it might have been Richard Jefferson. Someone was talking about how everyone talked about how Ant was like this next face of the league, but he hasn't risen like Brunson and Halliburton. Like he's like, I need to see more out of Ant, and that's true. Ant's not leading this team in the way that they should be, other than of course the 40-point win. He played great, but the whole team did. So we'll see how he plays this next game. This is gonna be a big one for him.
I'm gonna shout out someone who's just joined us live here. King Capers, what's going on, man?
Yes, sir. I'm Ant, fellas. What's going on?
What's up,
man? Chilling, bro.
Give me a take. What's going on?
What we talking about? I missed. What I miss out on?
Just tell me what you're thinking of, man.
Oh, great defense on their stars. Their role players stepped up, and that was killing me. But like I always say, role players play better at home, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
we weathered the storm. We were in decent control of the game throughout. Shea was getting what he wanted. Dub was balling, making me look silly because I'll be hating on Dub in the playoffs. Rightfully so, still in my opinion.
I've been defending too. Shea, you called me out.
Hey, I'm just saying though, bro. I'm just saying, but he proved me wrong tonight. So I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time we've been this close in 9 years.
That's crazy.
You gotta understand too. Something with Dub is he's going against most of the time Ant, McDaniels, or Randall. Unless it's
right.
like DiVincenzo on the bench. So he's been frying, and that's why we're up 3-1.
Yeah, I think that kind of jumped into the point that I was trying to make about J-Dub. He's stepped it up. Like, I don't think anyone can talk about him as a playoff dropper. He's actually risen in the playoffs, 34 points in this game. He had a 30-point game in the Denver series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has stepped it up. His efficiency tonight, 6 for 9 on the 3-point line, 66%. We needed all of that to win this. And
yeah, we did.
Can we just talk about some though?
He's doing it, man.
Can we just talk about, like, I don't want to nitpick here. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that, like, why do we have to have that 42-point loss, man? Like, we gave up so early, and we all talked about it and said that, like, yeah, we're gonna bounce back. The team's resilient, whatever. But, like, you couldn't have just done this.
We could have been going to the final.
Bro, their season was on the line tonight too. More or less so than the other night, but I mean,
that one gave him a little bit extra life.
Yeah,
it gave him extra life, and we were coming off a high minutes game for all three of the core players. So sorry, Gabe, go ahead.
You're good.
I'll go ahead, Gabe.
It's also you just can't be perfect, man. You just can't. You can't just win them all. Otherwise, this would have been over a while ago. So I know it's frustrating to drop that one, but take what we get. We pulled this one off. We got to be stoked about that. I agree, Joe. It is kind of like, just like, oh, man, like we know we're better than that. Like, what was that? But it happens, stuff happens. So the thing that I'm getting sick of personally, not from us, but from the Wolves, McDaniels is just a sniper, bro. That dude is not a scorer, bro.
Yeah.
He's so good against us.
He progressed. No, I'm not gonna lie. He progressed a lot during the regular season. He looked really good against the Lakers. I didn't really watch much of the Golden State because I knew they would win once Steph went out. But he's a solid player, bro. He plays defense well. He's long and he can shoot the ball.
Great.
He's underrated low key as a scorer too. Like as a shot creator, like he can get a bucket.
There were times tonight where we were a stop and a bucket away from a big run, and he would just cash
every time.
It's like, dog, where is this coming from?
And Alexander Walker too.
He
would stop our runs too.
He wanted it tonight.
Yes, he did.
He's a good player.
He's a free agent. He's a free agent. I think we should go nab him.
Bring him over.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
that would be tough for OKC though. But let's not get into that.
Yeah. We're also talking earlier as well about just the importance in this game of DiVincenzo, man. We're talking about stepping up. I mean, I know the Wolves fan have been hard on him, but I'll say it as well as a Thunder fan, he has been rough for them. He has had some terrible shot. That man just pulls. Like, he's on the team to shoot. And tonight he also wanted it. I mean, he almost, again, I'm so serious, dude. If that game would have come down to him pulling a three, I don't know if we win that one. Like,
he's a really good offensive player, and he played pretty well on the defensive side tonight. Like, not like he was getting stops every possession, but he plays his ass off. It's just hard for him for two reasons. One, the matchups for him in this series are just really hard. Like, even when Shea's guarding him,
right,
on offense, and then number two, I mean, he hasn't really fit in Minnesota all season long.
Right.
One, he was injured a couple times. Two, they play a lot of isolation ball, and he's coming from a team that, I mean, he had such good chemistry with in New York. So,
yeah, it's unfortunate for him for sure. But talk about making the best out of his opportunities tonight, dude. I mean, he was killing us. He was absolutely torching us. And it felt like they were doing it intentionally too. They were giving him so many off-ball screens. I mean, they were setting him up in that corner, and we just kept, once again, back to this Mark not counting on the corner threes. That just, whatever. I'm not getting into that. But DiVincenzo's cooking tonight, dude. Like, yeah.
Can I comment on the Mark not going for the corner three? Like,
yeah, for sure.
We know that's the game plan.
Right.
It actually works out a lot better this year than it did last year because of the personnel. We weren't able to out-execute teams offensively. So even when they are getting the corner threes off, and usually those are in like sustained runs, but there's no other team in the league or in NBA history that I can ever think of that can limit stars in terms of their field goal attempted. Tonight, combined, Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle only shot 20 field goals like between each other. Julius went 1 for 7. Anthony Edwards only made 5 field goals made. Like, there's no other team that can do that. So the reason we implement that strategy is to limit the 2 stars, and it's working in our favor. We did that against Jokic. We're doing that against these guys. The fact that superstars are able to drop maybe, a significant amount in terms of the shots they can even take. Imagine that could happen to our superstar where Shea, instead of getting 30 or 20 shots off, he was only getting 10 shots off. Like it's pretty much nearly impossible to win.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you need the other team, shooting at as well as they are, and you expect them to do that at home, but not on the road. So in a series when we have home court, it's the perfect strategy.
Yeah,
versus
I love
last year, it didn't work out due to personnel, but
it was the right strategy though.
It was the right
strategy. Yeah,
it was the right strategy. Right strategy, and they hit shots.
I liked it.
PJ Tucker is never going to do that ever again in his life. So
yeah. Oh my god.
Now, let me go back to something.
Yeah, I like it though.
It just like flashed into my mind, and I feel like a dumbass not talking about it earlier. That recovery blocked by Chet.
Oh
man. In the last 2 minutes, bro.
Serge Ibaka, like
what a play, man! Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? And just before it hits the glass, I mean, if he's half a second later, it's a goaltend. Like, you could not have blocked that better.
And then I hope whoever was watching and going back and forth with me the other day, Hartenstein played 16 minutes. We love the guy. It's just not the matchup. The double big is not the matchup this go around this series, and we played with only Chet on the floor, only Hartenstein on the floor, or neither of them at all. I want to tell you something. We had 19 goddamn offensive rebounds tonight.
I was going to say, I was talking to the guys in playback. I was like, bro, I haven't seen Hartenstein in I don't know how long, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I think he deserves a little bit more time.
I agree.
The double big is officially gone. I mean, we went to Caruso out of the second half. Still wish it was Kaysen to start the game, but I think our patent move is a Hartenstein dunk to begin the game anyway. I don't think we want to go away from that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like how Josh Giddey scored every first bucket last season. Now it's Isaiah Hartenstein.
It's just a specific play call. The other thing that I'm noticing is, I mean, I called this out in the last game, is they need to limit the Rudy Gobert minutes. And tonight he played 32, and I just don't think it's a sustainable way to win for Minnesota. Like, if they want even a lick of a chance to beat us next game, they've got to sit that guy on the bench and play him maybe max 15 minutes in spurts. Otherwise, I don't think they can extend this series with him playing. I mean, it's in our favor if he plays 30 minutes. 30 minutes, he shot 8 field goals attempted. I mean, on solid efficiency, of course. He's never going to space the floor. He's barely making his free throws, 50% tonight. And he's only grabbing 9 rebounds. Like, we'll take that all day, right? Like, especially with the amount of offense we generate just off of him being on the floor alone is more valuable to us than it is to them. So I still don't understand why he's seeing the floor when you just saw what happened in the previous game when they limited his minutes early. They took a quick lead. They hit us, early, and that's the only way you can really beat OKC.
A better chance with spacing and shooting for Ant and Randall, which
that's the main thing that's destroying them right now is they don't have spacing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can tell when they do get spacing on the floor, Ant gets to the rim quite easily when he wants to. I mean, he's interesting. I got to get to some of these Instagram comments. Alec, we do interact with chat. I guess we can answer this one. It's a bit off topic, but what's the prediction with the Knicks-Pacers series? I mean, he's begging for a response there, so might as well go off target or off topic a little.
Knicks stand here, I guess, right? It's their cook, bro. They're cooked. You have to come back down 20. You're already down 2-1. You're not beating them in Indiana twice. It's going to be 3-1 tomorrow. And who's to say they even win Game 5? I think they're done now, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same boat with you there. I think Indiana in 6 now. I originally had the Knicks in 6, but Indiana looks great. And, yeah, like you said, I mean, it took 20 points from Cat in the fourth quarter to come back down from 20. You probably won't win tomorrow. And if they even get I'll say they'll get one at Madison Square Garden. But Pacers in 6 for me.
I'm still gonna say the Knicks extend the series and they win the next one. They've been statistically a better team on the road than they have been at home throughout the playoffs. That's the main reason them having home court advantage is actually a disadvantage because they feel more pressure between their role players, which is really weird. Like MSG clearly creates a crowd that their role players cannot thrive in. So when they're on the road, they feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So I still think they can take the next game, in my opinion. And I think that's what's going to happen tomorrow is they take the game. They're going to take game 5, and then they have a chance to close it at the Pacers. So I'm still sticking with the Knicks. I still think they're better. Simple.
Yeah, I've doubted the Pacers too many times. I got to give them their flowers. So I probably got Pacers in 6 as well. I mean, at some point you got to stop saying that it's just, like, oh, it's all right. They're not pulling off this one, or you got to stop saying that they're a Cinderella story. They're a very good team. They're a very
I'm not gonna say they're bad or anything like that. But
no, I mean that series has been wonderful to watch.
Yeah,
my fan though, welcome to the chat. He's a normal here. He said hot take Pacers will give us more issues than the Wolves. I'll start with this.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Number one, the series ain't over yet. We still got to go take care of business. So
yeah, we do.
But so far, the Wolves give us way more issues than the Pacers. Yeah. Pacers heavily rely on offense, and they got no matchups anywhere for OKC. So, and we have the best defense in the league. So it's if you think Nembhard's going to be doing OKC like he's doing the Knicks, if you think Naismith is going to be doing, why did I pronounce it like Naismith? You think Naismith's going to be doing anything against Dort? Like, nah, bro.
I just don't think they have a defensive stopper for Shea, not at the level that he's at now.
No, they're going to put Naismith on him, but
yeah,
I mean, they got McDaniels on him right now.
I think he'll be fouling out a lot of the Pacers guys, to be honest, very early. Very early.
I know I just said that I'm done doubting the Pacers, but I will say I do believe that they made the finals against us. You'll just see the actual difference between the talent of both teams, and that's where they're little they're riding a high of being the underdogs.
Yeah,
it's gonna come to an end if they run into us, in my opinion, because we're just that much better. They've been able to get by with other teams, but like Joe said, the defense, our defense, if their offense isn't coming together, they have nothing. I mean, they cannot win a game. They can't rely on their defense to get them back into the game. Like,
there you go, man. So, there you go. You said either way, we got to take care of them.
Either way, bro.
There is something I wanted to bring up that I've been talking with my buddy, who's actually a Laker fan. Which he's a good Laker fan. He knows ball. He knows what he's talking about. If it is to be OKC and Indiana, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to win it this year because we know how the NBA is, and a lot of fair weather fans aren't going to be tuning in to Indiana versus Oklahoma City. I know that now. And if those ratings are shit, those two teams will probably not be back in there for a little while. So we're going to have to take it this year, bro. We're going to have to take it.
Talking with the Lakers.
My gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I more so think we got to win it this year just because we get all this hype about being this team that's got the brightest future. And don't get me wrong.
I know.
We have the opportunity to have the brightest future. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that we make it back. There's no guarantee that the team stays together. There's no guarantee that we have another great season. So this is the closest to a guarantee that we will get, that we know we will have. We are one game away from the finals. Just take this. You got to take this, dude. Like, there's just no guarantee. There's zero guarantee for the future. So that's why I'm like, we got to just win this one, because you can read every Bleacher Report and ESPN article you want that says that we have the brightest future. I don't care right now. Like, I'm not thinking about the future. I'm thinking about right now. And
my advice to everybody who reads all that stuff, like I do too, but I don't get into it anymore as much as I used to. Prime example, I want to say like 2021, they Bleacher Report rated like the top stars or the top players under 23 or whatever, and THT was over Shea. Talon Horton Tucker was over. So don't listen to anything they write. Don't tune into ESPN tomorrow morning.
Represent.
Tune in to us, bro. We'll talk facts. You don't want to hear us screaming about nonsense that doesn't make any sense about basketball. So don't read into any of that. Just watch the games, enjoy them, and enjoy being up 3-1.
For sure. There's some wild articles out there. Like, there are some crazy ones. just trying to get your clicks. So
I will mention again, I was Capers before you hopped in. I was saying like the PTSD was kicking in with the foul game at the end.
Oh my God, you was killing me, bro.
And then I
goodness.
And then I hopped in here, bro. I
and
hate
then
it.
he missed the free throw too to make it worse.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, anyway, and then I hop in here, and Gabe and I are talking about. That's crazy. I was gonna say I hop in here, and Gabe and I were talking about last time we were up 3-1. So I got a lot of shit going on in my mind.
Yeah, but those are 4 Hall of Famers though. I mean 3 Hall of Famers. I mean,
you just don't want to test fate, man.
We're okay.
We're
okay. We're okay.
Let's just.
Here, I'm gonna change the topic a little bit and say, Joe, you were completely right about Hartenstein's minutes because in the post-game presser, Mark confirmed that he will be still limiting Hartenstein's minutes in this series. The other thing that I want to mention is Shea in his post-game presser said, we still have so much more room to grow, which is the scary part. I'm only 26, which seems old compared to the other two. They haven't even hit their prime yet.
True.
Which is ridiculous.
That's nice that he said that, low key. I like that. He's getting more and more confident by the day. I think that MVP really he wanted that, and you saw him on game 2. I mean, he was unbelievable game 2, and now he's dropping 40 in a game 4 on the road, making 98% of his fucking free throws. I mean, he looks like the man.
His mindset has shifted. Now that he's kind of won that award, something has changed from Shea, from him being efficient to him understanding that he can be a volume scorer for this team. Something that I wanted to, that went underrated in this game. Dort only took 3 field goal attempts. I think everyone played their role a lot better from a Thunder perspective. And if everyone continues to understand hey, this is the role that I'm here for, and I'm only going to play it that one way. Same as Caruso. Caruso's the best player to mention as a championship level guy, where he only plays his role. And I feel like Dort really did that really well. And the rest of the team, Chet, in terms of shot blocking, hitting his threes efficiently, J-Dub as being the secondary scorer. If every single person understands their role, and then Shea understands, hey, I'm the guy, man, this is what the team looks like. Up 3-1 against a really tough Timberwolves squad that I feel like they could do a lot more things to disrupt us. And I don't think the coaching staff has made enough adjustments when it comes to Chris Finch. He complains more about Shea and free throws than he is adjusting his team, right? So
my goodness.
I think the world is starting to do that too now. We were trying to mention that before the series and then the first 2 games and keep going, Xavier. But I think the world's starting to see that as well.
Yeah, you can't win a mental battle when your coach isn't thinking about your own team. When your coach is more focused about the other team, it makes the crowd more focused about the other team, which the same thing with the crowd. Yelling free throw merchant isn't going to help you guys at all for the Timberwolves fans. I mean, it feels great in the moment, but that just makes Shea want to destroy you guys even more. He may not be the guy that's rah-rahing about it, but I promise you he's going to respond each and every single time. And, we do our work on the court, and I feel like the Timberwolves have been doing their work in the media.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. I just want to respond to John here in the comments. He said, we were winning with Hartenstein. Why change it up? This is the same guy we were trying to explain to last game, maybe even the game before that too. The double big lineup has a negative net rating with the team.
It's kind of evened out now, but it still stands they're not really a high plus.
Well, there you go. And anyway, I mean, the offense, you see how much better it is without 2 bigs on the floor. Our head coach saw it finally, and there's a reason why he's limiting the minutes. It's not because we dislike Hartenstein. We think he's a bad player. It's just the matchups. That's all it is. And I'm happy that it's finally taking place here.
He's another guy that played his role. He's the other guy that I was going to highlight. He only took 1 field goal attempted, and that was probably his first one. And then from there, he kind of just played his role of being the defender, rebounding and just, limiting his shot-taking ability. He knows what he's good at, and unless he's getting open floaters, he wasn't going for anything else. And I feel like if everyone plays that way, we can win our games pretty convincingly. Case in played exactly the way he needed to play. He took
he's
his
balling, man.
He took his open shots, and that's where I think we just won this game in that way, like out executing, being more ready to play. The game plan was perfect from Mark and the coaching staff. The guys were locked in. This is the Thunder that we're kind of used to from the regular season. And the more we gain this playoff experience, the regular season next year is going to be I don't want to use the words, but it's going to be absolutely ridiculous next season. So I can't wait for that as well. I'm actually excited to watch every single game through and through after this run, because the thing, like J-Dub and Chet getting better, and a guy like Chet hasn't seen a full season yet. I cannot wait for that man to get a full season under his belt. I pray he doesn't get any more injuries, because the level of player he is as a second overall pick, the Thunder have never had a number one overall pick in their history.
Ever.
We've had Kevin Durant by the Supersonics at number 2, and then Chet Holmgren. And I feel like Chet is at a level that people don't understand where his peak is. And I feel like out of the 3 guys, he has the ability to have the highest peak, in my opinion, with the ability to play offense and defense and his height.
Here's a stat for any Minnesota fans that are watching. Richard Jefferson mentioned his own free throw numbers in the broadcast. Over 11 games in the 2004 playoffs, Richard Jefferson averaged 9.8 free throws a game. In these playoffs, Shea is averaging 9.2. We're talking about Richard Jefferson here.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we just lost 3 viewers. I'm pretty sure that was the 3 Minnesota fans that were in here. So they ain't like that one too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like, what are you gonna do?
Let me ask y'all this: what did you guys feel? How did you guys feel about the fouling immediately at the end of the game? Again,
You already know.
I didn't hear what you guys said.
I already texted you about that,
bro. Oh goodness, what is the? Can somebody explain to me their thought process on that?
Sabir.
I can.
What is the what?
I can explain it. It doesn't make sense to me, but I can definitely explain.
Okay, so
the analytics. Analytics around this conversation work because it's such a new concept that LeBron and JJ Redick mentioned on a podcast one time, and now the analytics guys, when LeBron mentions something, people take it a little too much to heart. And the part that they didn't watch all the way through in that podcast is they specifically said you only do it in certain game-to-game situations according to the scenario that you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
The specific scenario that they laid out was like under 5 seconds, you're up 3. That's when you foul, because then you can play the free throw game, and it makes sense. We're up 6. There's no reason to do that. You just defend, you get the rebound. Even if they hit it, you hit your free throws. It's still a 2-possession game. You never do it within 2 possessions. You only do it within 1 possession under 5 seconds. That was the caveat of what LeBron and them mentioned within the podcast. And I feel like whoever from our coaching staff listened to it and took it a little too much to heart and was like, okay, this is what we're going to do every single time. And it does not work every single time. I'm nowhere near the brain set of like these NBA guys, but it feels so obvious that you can't do it at 8.5 seconds you don't need to play a free throw game when you can easily defend there. And even if they make it, and then the thing is, we didn't need a foul because they would have taken some part of the clock and got it down to 5 seconds to where it does make sense to do it within 3, and you have the best free throw shooter. And then we go up 2 possessions, and then they don't have timeouts, and they have to go up the floor with only 5 seconds remaining. That's impossible. That's an impossible scenario. That's why it works there. It didn't work at the 8.5. It never works when you have over 2 possessions or a timeout on your end. The only scenario under 5 seconds, no timeouts for either side, and it's only a 1-possession game with them up 3, and they have to come up the floor. You get them past half court, you foul them, and there's 2 seconds left. You hit your free throw, you finish the game. That's the only scenario you ever foul in that.
Yeah.
In that, and I don't know why they're trying to make an analytical battle over something that's so simple. Simplified basketball is easier basketball to win, and they're overcomplicating, the sport by doing it that way. Like, we've seen that scenario with Chet with 10 seconds. We saw it tonight with 8.5. Even Shea missed a crucial, scoring opportunity, which extended the possession game in terms of us having, the difference. So we could have been up 3 possessions instead of 2, and you just never need to play that game, in my opinion. There's only one scenario for it, and I don't mind that one. And even that one, I'm a traditional guy. I'd rather just play defense with the best defense in history in modern times, and
they don't even chance it. They don't even chance it, bro.
We had a big rant about in the Nuggets series, and we were like, at this point, it's just as a coach, you're just not trusting your players. Like they've earned the trust. Like Savir just mentioned, this is one of the best defensive teams in modern history, and our coach doesn't trust us enough to take care of business. Like that's just malpractice for like our players that have earned this, dude. Like just going back to relying on free throws, man. It's just wrong.
I've got to take a quick random shot. I don't know if any of my homies are watching right now, but Luka's still fat and the Lakers are still at home. Just had to say that.
Oh, wow.
No, bro, he's getting skinny. All right, keep getting skinny. You got time. Anyway, I think you're absolutely right with the under like 5 seconds around, because if you're doing it any time before, then you're prolonging the game the same way they want to prolong the game with their fouls, right? So
exactly.
But I got to take one more shot at Doris Burke before we hop out of here. I got to go back and watch the last like 2 minutes, but from what I remember, bro, the end of the game, she didn't say a damn word.
No
She
way.
was hot, bro. She was fuming. She was quiet. I think ESPN is pissed. I don't know why they hate us, especially her. I never had a problem with Doris Burke before, but
me neither. But that's the trend right now, Joe, is hating OKC. Everyone's on it. Everyone's on that train right now. It's insane.
I don't believe Minnesota's that likable, so it can't be like, oh, I just like Minnesota. No, it's probably they're just hating on OKC.
I don't know, man. People love Ant. People are all over Anthony Edwards. I've seen more Ant fans. Like I know so many people who don't even like the Wolves, but they're just huge Ant fans. It's like
right, yeah.
And everyone just hates Shea right now. So
well, a lot of the teams, the issue, I think we mentioned it, or I mentioned it last time around. Once your team gets knocked out, you kind of go for the guy that looks flashy against the other team, and everyone loves a good underdog story, and Anthony Edwards kind of provides that for all the teams that we dropped off. So it's easy to hop on the Minnesota team where it's like, oh, maybe they can beat Oklahoma. And now everyone's kind of on that train of like, Luka LeBron got dropped off early. The Warriors fans got dropped off because of Steph's injury. So everyone's like, maybe someone can beat this Thunder team, and it's like, good luck and keep watching us. I love it, man. I love it. Shea gets more exposure. We get better ratings, and
yes, sir.
We get this is better for us, better for Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, and better for the team.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool here. If you guys got anything else,
man, just one more win. One more
win, and we get to the chip.
Then we're there. Then we'll lock in.
Yeah, we outscored them in our 5-man lineups that we sent out tonight with SGA, Dort, Dub, Chet, Hartenstein, and we also outscored them in the SGA, Dort, Dub, Chet, Caruso 5-man lineups. So those are probably the two that will continue to stick minutes towards.
Absolutely.
All right, Gabe.
I got nothing else, man.
Well, we can go ahead and wrap it up there for sure.
They're up, man.
Everyone who tuned in, thank you guys very much for the comments. Thank you guys for listening. OKC fans, we are 1 win away from going to the NBA Finals. Make sure you guys tune in to that last game and our lives. As always, thank you guys for listening. Joe.
A few more things. The giveaway is still going. The giveaway for a free $100 NBA gift card, NBA store gift card is still up. You have until Wednesday. So go hit up the Instagram at Bring the Thunder Podcast. All the details are in the comments down below. If you're enjoying the content, subscribe. Love all you guys for tuning in, especially the guys that keep tuning in. The T-Wolves, one stat real quick, are 8-12 in elimination games. So we got some type of history stat on our side. And I guess I'll just send it off with, you guys won one game and you want to start talking shit. Everybody's tough when they're up, but Thunder up, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.